Alright, I'm going to show you how I fix broken glass and that on phones and iPads and stuff. You can use an epoxy. The only thing with this is this particular epoxy, it dries quickly, it's great, but it can tend to yellow after time. Fix all adhesive, but it's got to dry for about 36 hours to really get a hard finish. And you don't, it's so thick, you have to be careful. You don't want to force it into the broken glass in areas because it'll make the unit malfunction. And you can use one of these to put on here and cover it up. I'm going to try to use this after I repair it to protect it. That's just a temporary fix. If you actually have broken chunks of glass like this one, this has got chunks coming out of it, okay? So you've got to really solve that problem first. Bear in mind first that these units, if you have a warranty, it will void your warranty if you jack with it. And you've got to be very, very careful with it and do a small amount at a time so it doesn't seep behind it and stop it from working. Now, sometimes when you do these fixes, it will kill some of the sensitivity in spots. And so bear that in mind. If you aren't careful, some of the sensitivity along the cracks will mess it up. I probably won't fix all the cracks on this. I think I will fix some of the loose parts and do it in several layers, and then possibly use the cover, although we have trouble sometimes with covers. This is an incredibly thin cover that I got, so it may be okay. Sometimes the iPads don't want to run with a cover, so the thick covers, I think, are the problem. You can do a temporary fix by using, just some clear packing tape. This is 3M. This is real heavy. You can get some cheap stuff at Dollar Tree for $1 that's real, real thin. And the thin is really good. It keeps, more sensitivity on the unit, or if you have emergency trying to keep the glass in. This one, the glass is literally falling out. It's really dangerous. And when you clean it, you don't want to use like cotton pads or anything like that, because the lint will get caught in the broken glass, and you don't need the lint if you're going to seal it. So you don't really want to use that. So you want to have some good, sharp, brand new razor blades. Make sure they don't have stuff on them, because you might track that into the screen, and then you got more problems. Clean it off. If you have like a lint-free cloth or something, you can use those handy wipe things, those little alcohol wipies like they use at the hospital. You can use that, and then a real soft eyeglass cloth. You can get an eyeglass kit at Dollar Tree for $1. And then you will, like I'll do a spot right here. I've already got some parts that are drying right now. And so I've already done this with alcohol. Let it dry for about 30 minutes to make sure all the moisture is out of it before you hit it, because it'll tend to turn white if it's got moisture on it. So I'm gonna tidy this up a little, make sure my fingerprints aren't in here or anything, so I don't glue over the fingerprints. Be very careful not to get glass in your hand or anything, and just get it just as clean as you can. I'm gonna hit this little edge crack here. Don't tap on the glass or anything like that, because you don't want a bunch of liquid seeping down in there. You want to do it really gentle. You can actually feel the crack. And if the crack stays in and it's unlevel each time you do this, you just have to keep doing it till you can get it to kind of smooth out. But just do a thin coat at a time and let it really dry well. If you want to make sure you get all the lint off, then take some tape, any kind of tape really, clear tape's good, and just wrap it around your fingers and then tap on the screen to make sure you get all the little particles off before you coat it, so you don't like glue the particles in. And let it dry real good, and then go very gently and slide over that to get the excess off around the edges of the crack, and just smooth it off, and then see where you're at on that, see how it looks, and you know, feel it a little bit if it's totally dry, and see what it feels like. If it's not totally smooth, I would go ahead and do another coat on it. Make sure that you clean it again. It's got to be really dry before you wipe anything on it, as it'll turn it white. And clean it again with some alcohol prep, and get the lint off, and make sure you don't have fingerprints on it, and then coat it again, and let that dry for a long time. I would suggest doing it let it dry for an hour or two before you scrape on it with the blade, okay? Blades are hard to get at Dollar Tree now. You pretty much have to go to Walmart or a hardware store to get them and show ID, because they don't like to sell them in Dollar General and all that anymore. But you can get it to stay down. And then when you're trying to get it level, because you don't want your fingerprints on it, you want to use an ink pen, because it's going to leave the ink behind. If you use a pen that doesn't have, you know, the ink guy coming out, right there's no ink cartridge. You can use this to tap the loose pieces down real gently, you know, so that they'll be down when you go to coat it. And I only do I just do a small area at a time. Just a little piece here, a little piece here, a little piece here, and just kind of work my way in. Unfortunately, I think we're going to sacrifice the camera part of this iPad, because it's cracked so badly. I don't think we're going to make on it. But there's a camera on the other side, so it'll be alright. But this is, you know, the best way to do it. It just takes a lot of time. And it comes out pretty nicely. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on the screen. And just let it get real dry, and go very carefully and very patiently when you go to scrape that excess off. And you will be able to see the crack a little bit, but it will glue the two pieces together where they're not going to like chunk out of there. It'll seal it better. You just got to be very, very, very careful, because you don't want to use a lot. You don't want to tap it into there, drive it into there with a blade or anything, because it might go into the back of the unit and ruin it. So it just takes a little time, you know, that's what I do. I mean, if worse comes to worse, you're in a bad situation where you don't have time to fix it, just put some packing tape over it, and the next time you get time to go to a phone place to have them repair it, you know, then you can do that. You can even use a coin to tap these in and roll over gently to get all the loose pieces of glass tapped in. But just bear in mind, it voids your warranty if you jack with it. You know, if you don't have any warranty, or you can't afford, you know, $250 to $500 to replace a glass on a unit, then the option may be to try to fix it yourself. It works good on scratches. These are actual cracks. This is a dropped iPad. Not a good thing. Yep, real one. See the camera on the back? There's a little camera right there. Okay, so I'm still working on it and trying to get it done, but that is one of the easier ways to do it if you don't have a warranty or you bought a used one at a pawn shop or something. That's one of the easiest ways. This particular cover here, this is a magnetic style cover. It does not have glue and it's not made out of glass. It's super, super thin. This cover here is $5. I got this at the Five and Below store. And you can cut it to fit whatever, your GPS, your phone, your tablet, gaming stuff. And it's an ultra thin cover, so I'm going to use this after and see if the iPad will work with that ultra thin cover. But when you turn it on, the cracks end up going clear, so it looks very nice when you turn it on. But you just have to take your time to do it bit by bit. That's how you do it. So I hope you have a really great day, and I hope this helped you very much. And best wishes to you. Do it at your own risk. It works great for me. I don't have any problems with it. So I hope you have a great day. I hope it works out super good. Have a blessed one. Love to you. And as always, do something kind for a stranger. Make a new friend every day. And show the love. Talk to you later.